Hunter with Buckeye Invaders here. Today we're going to try to convert this woods that you see behind me here into a hidey hole food plot. This is the first time I've done one of these myself. I've read quite a bit about them on the internet and they seem to work out pretty well. We're going to try to convert this area behind me here into a clover plot. We're in a very heavy ag area here, surrounded by a bunch of corn and soybean fields. So I'm going to try to plant some clover. Hopefully that'll give me a little bit of an edge against some of these other fields around here. Try to make a pinch point for the deer to pass through, going from their bedding over here to the fields out here behind me. As you can see, most of the area behind me is just poor honeysuckle, which really doesn't contribute anything back to the wildlife itself. They don't like to walk through it, the plants can't grow underneath of it, it's just a little too high for them to feel secure inside of it. So really what we're trying to do is eliminate the honeysuckle, leave what good timber is in here so that the sun can get down, and hopefully have a successful clover plot this year. Alright guys, so we're back here in this food plot that we had cleared out last week. It's been exactly a week since we came in here, cleared out the honeysuckle and sprayed. They're calling for rain later tonight and all day tomorrow. So we're going to come in here, we're going to till up the soil around here a little bit. We're going to get the food plot planted and hopefully everything will be good and we can get some germination over the weekend. Stay tuned. Alright, so we got the food plot all tilled up. It actually turned out pretty well. I'm pretty impressed with that little steel tiller, being able to cut through all these roots. Got clogged up a couple times, but we were able to make it work. Now what I'm planting in here is actually a product from Antler King. It's they call it Game Changer Clover. The reason I had picked this is actually a low pH area here, and this clover is actually specifically designed to grow in low pH areas. So instead of adding a bunch of fertilizer, which could crank up the cost of this food plot on me, I was able to go with this clover. Now this food plot here is probably only an 1/8 or a 1/16 of an acre even. This says it plants a 1/4 of an acre here. We're actually going to use this whole bag in this food plot, I've heard from some other professionals that it's best to overseed these areas, especially on these smaller food plots like this. So I'm going to give that a try. We are pushing for time a little bit. I don't know if you can see behind me or not. I'll get a better shot of that here in a minute. But these clouds are starting to move in, and I want this seed on the ground before this rain hits, which gives us the best chance of this seed getting pounded into the ground and hopefully get some germination here soon. Got to make sure you get the Gerber. Not a big fan of Bear Grylls, but I do love these Gerber knives. Well, we definitely made some quick work of that. This rotted stump really didn't take much to get flattened out on the top. We're going to get a trophy rock set here and back a trail camera off of it about 10 feet and see what maybe might be coming in to take a look through our food plot. Gotta love those Columbian river knife and tool blades. The easiest knives I've ever had to work with. Now in the past I have just used cattle salt licks and mineral licks and broke them up, and I've done the homemade recipes and everything. But I will say this, is I haven't had the deer respond quite as well to those as I do these trophy rocks. Of course, everybody knows about the trophy rocks. You can pick these up at any place that carries any kind of food plot material or almost any deer hunting supplies at all. Tractor Supply, Rural King, your local feed mill, almost all of them have that. Just gonna try and get over here and try to show you guys a little bit better about how well we got the seed spread. Give you guys a better idea about how small this food plot actually is. I don't know if you can see it or not, but got the clouds rolling in from the west over there. Alright guys, we're gonna get a trail camera set up probably right here on this tree. Now what I really like about this food plot is that we got bedding all the way over here to the east. We have food both to the north and the south, and then my pond is right on the other side of this fence line here. You can see the side by side. That's about a half-acre pond right there, and they do like to pop out and get a drink from there. Then we'll come back in here in a couple of weeks, take a look at how well the plants are germinating, and maybe even get a trail camera or two hung. Cameras I use are just the Wild Game View trail cameras. They actually sell them at Walmart. The reason I like them so much is they're very affordable. They take pretty good day and nighttime pictures, and the best thing I like about them is they don't have that strap that goes around the tree. I don't know why, and I don't know if I'm the only one, but I have a lot of issues with that strap on a bunch of trees. These just come with 2 bungee cords. Makes it real easy to get them mounted. I've never had any issues with them. I will say this, is these cameras do lack a lot of the functions some of the higher end cameras do. It doesn't have the field scan, it doesn't have video. But for just trying to get some nice summertime pictures when you have a bunch of cameras out, these are really affordable and really easy to use. I got my SD card in here, and all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna hit power. I already got the time and date scheduled in there, and we are good to go. We got that facing right there, back about 7 feet here, back towards our trophy rock camera, and hopefully we'll even be able to see this food plot grow over the year. Alright guys, so this is the location of my second food plot. This is in my front woods, and I want to mind you that I am in a pretty civilized area. It's a lot of, on the other side of the road, little small 1 and 2 acre lots of land, and then on my side here we got 12 acres surrounded by a bunch of big farms. This is my front woods, and the deer really do enjoy being out here. The only problem is there's just no food source. These deer were in here real heavy this year. I actually found a matching set of sheds right underneath that tree right there. But I had some pictures of some really nice bucks in here. I just could not really get them in here during the day, and I think that's because I couldn't hold the does in here. So the idea is, if I can get a nice food plot in here this year, that I might be able to hold the does and in turn get the bucks come in here during the daylight hours. So one of the first things I have to do here is I gotta drop the teeth in the front of this down so I can really dig into the dirt, help rip up any of those sticks or anything that's laying on the top here. Not going too deep, I just want to make sure I can actually dig into that dirt pretty well, and then I can get it all smoothed back out. Well, now that we got that done, we'll get the tractor fired up and start getting some of this cleared out. Alright, so we got the ground behind me tore up pretty well. I really should spray this and give it about another week or so, but with these rainstorms coming in, I think I'm just going to go ahead and take my chances and plant it. So what I'm using for this food plot is an Evolved Harvest three food blend. It's got clover, oats, and winter peas all in it. There you have it. It's planted. Today I got my good friend Austin Hunter with me, and he's going to help me clear out another food plot here. This is the third one that we're going to put in this year. I came in here yesterday and sprayed all this vegetation, and hopefully that'll all die within the next week or two. Still got a lot of honeysuckle. We're going to try to open all this you see behind us, open it up a little bit here, and hopefully we'll have a decent food plot down here. You ready?
Yep.
Let's go. Alright, so we got most of the brush cleared out. Now, like I said, everything's already been sprayed. So we'll come back down here next week with the tiller and get this ground tore up a little bit. And then hopefully by then we'll be ready to plant. Hey guys, so we're back in this plot here that you saw me and my friends clear out a few weeks ago. To be honest with you, I've been a little lazy. I came in here after we cleared it out and I sprayed everything once, waited a couple weeks and nothing really seemed to die. So I came back in here and I hit it again about 2 weeks ago. Did a really good job of killing most everything off. Still a little bit of vegetation on the ground. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to take the weed eater, go ahead and knock the remaining vegetation down, and I'm going to try to get some of this planted here today. So what I'm going to plant here is I'm going to plant this Imperial Whitetail Clover blend, and then I got some Deere's First Choice red top, purple top, and then here I got some Deere's First Choice purple top turnip. Now the reason I'm mixing these two honestly is just a hunch. I bought a bunch of this at the beginning of the year. And I'll be honest with you, I've also used another clover blend called Game Changer Clover, and it is just doing so well. I honestly really thought hard about planting this instead of the Game Changer Clover, but I figured, hey, I'll give it a try, see if maybe it will do any better. As for the turnips, I want to put those in here because I want something to attract the deer here in the wintertime. Right where I live here, especially around this property, is predominantly agriculture fields. With little plots of woods like the one I'm in now. We're probably in about 2 acres of woods here. So what I want to do is I want to have a way for the deer, I want to have a reason for the deer to come here in the winter time. You know, late December hunts is what I'm really looking for. But in the meantime, I'd like to get something for the deer to eat now, and that's the point of the clover. I got a trail camera set up here to my right, and it's gotten a ton of pictures of deer. I put this trophy rock, as you can see, my great contraption for keeping it from getting wet. But I put that rock up here probably about a month ago, and the deer have just been loving it. So I got the deer moving through here, just trying to find a way to get them to hang around hunting season. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to broadcast these seeds out, and then I got a hard rake. I'm going to try to rake them into the soil a little bit. Hopefully I get all this done before this next rain shower hits.